Greetings. This is a quick video on how to edit the species lookup file or add species to the list. I'm going to do it in two small videos. The first one shows how to do it internally. The second will show how to do it externally. So here we are on the main version of WetForm. You would go to the Data Tools tab. This upper red box has to do with importing and exporting and editing the species lookup list. So let's just open up the species lookup list, and you can see that it's got multiple columns here, and I'm going to widen these columns by clicking in the column margin, and you can see that we've got an ID. Not all the regions have this ID field, but for some of the East Coast it's there just for kind of organizing. So we have two fields here, SPE name and scientific name. And SPE name is the column of the species that you'll see when you use the drop-down boxes, and the scientific name is what will be filled in. Now the reason that exists is we have synonyms on this list. So if you looked up this species, which is a synonym, and it has this little SYN in brackets to let you know it's a synonym, it'll actually fill in the item on the right as well as all the indicator status. So if you want to add any species, if you want to edit any species, all you have to do is find the species here and edit it, and then close it and save it. If you want to add a species, just scroll to the bottom, and you'll see this row with an asterisk in front of it. And what you should do is try to keep the numeric sequence correct. So this new addition will be 13920. And you can see I've already added some Carex species. So I'm going to add Carex SPA4. So when the lookup name and the fill-in name are the same, you just have the same items in there. And to show that this one is different, we'll call it FacWet. Just feed in the region. This can be anything or nothing here under the stratum. It's just somewhat helpful, but not necessary. So I'll feed in a question mark, and I'll widen the columns here. And notice that these common names are all capital letters, so just to be consistent with that, Carex, and then you can just save it. When you close it, it'll automatically be saved. So now to test that, we can see we've got a Carex SPE1 here. So let's fill in. I can get rid of the caps lock and get rid of this other text here. And then when we hit the drop-down box, let me try that again. You can see that we now have Carex SPE4 included on the drop-down list, and it fills in that new indicator status. So that's how you would go about adding or editing species internally in WetForm. In my next video, I'll show you how you do it via exporting and importing to the Excel spreadsheet.